Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Ryan, welcome to Popternative. Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.
It's pretty crazy because, you look at a lot of the projects you've worked on in the past. You look at this project. I mean, there's a lot probably coming to mind in terms of what goes into kind of diving into all these different worlds. What do you love the most about diving into the worlds of the Mysterious Benedict Society?
A couple of things. Emotionally, I love the fact that it's very sort of heart forward and love centered, and it's focused on the internal sort of emotional world of children, and that getting kids to learn how to work together to solve problems.
Absolutely.
In such a divisive time, I think that it's super, super important, and that we don't harp too much upon it. We just show kids working stuff out together. Number two is that the sort of high style of the show, this sort of Wes Anderson, nouveau, French nouveau style was something that I've always sort of been particular for. So when they first pitched me the show, I was very ecstatic that we were going to make something that was so stylized.
What is your mindset? And I guess maybe it depends on the series, but when it's announced that it's coming back for a season 2, do you focus on character development? Do you focus on stories, or do you focus on all of it? I'm just curious about the mindset for a season 2 specifically.
Yeah, as much information as you can get as an actor is always the best. Sort of like where things are going to go, and so that you can do as much planning as you can and do as much homework as you can. But a lot of the time, things change, and then you just have to fly by the seat of your pants, but that's what they pay us for.
Is that the best part, though, about being a storyteller, diving into the worlds of Mysterious Benedict Society, Remember the Titans, Sons of Anarchy? Is that the best part about it?
Yeah, that's why I do what I do, dude. Yes, correct. It's fun.
The Disney plug, Remember the Titans is probably my favorite movie of all time, so I just wanted to say that quickly.
There you go. There you go.
But it's were you hoping you were going to be able to kind of jump into all these different worlds? Because I feel like you plan on that, but it's pretty cool, right? It's like a lot of different worlds.
Yes, I am a professional chameleon. That's what I do. That's what I love to do.
What do you like the most about your character specifically for these new episodes coming up for season 2? What is Milligan up to specifically?
One of the most intriguing things is to be able to play a character who has amnesia, and then is thrust into the responsibilities that come along with finding out who he was and that he happens to be a father. As he doesn't even know who he is, and now he's supposed to know what being a father is. That's a really interesting emotional challenge to do as an actor. Well, like a lot of the time, there's a protagonist, there's an antagonist, there's sort of an arc to the character, and you kind of, like bits on a clock, you kind of, take pieces apart and add as much as you can. But when you have somebody who's really thrown into the deep end, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually in a little way, to be able to have to deal with so much so fast, that's always what's fun for me. What attracts me the most to characters, regardless of which project that I'm doing, is if it happens to be really emotionally hard. It's easy to cry, it's easy to yell, it's easy to do a lot of the things that people, that lay people might say, oh, that must be so hard to remember all of those lines. The things that are hard is the things that are ambiguous, is when there's an ambiguity to the character, is to be able to resonate that feeling with an audience is something that I really, really enjoy trying to accomplish.
Absolutely. Season 2 of the Mysterious Benedict Society is streaming very soon on Disney+. Ryan, thank you so much for your time. It was great chatting.
You got it, brother.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.